Hi, this is Dr. Ullman. I wanted to show you a new tool on the My Callback app. So if you tap the Slit Lamp camera, it pulls up a camera, and this is useful for taking photos at the oculars because it won't switch cameras between telescopic or the macro lens. It just forces the camera to use the main lens. You can also manually focus and manually change exposure, but the coolest new feature is if you tap patient info, you put in the information to the patient, and this is saved to the image. But then what you can do is if you tap this calendar button at the top, it will say select images from various eye exams. You tap that button, and then you can type in the search bar the patient identifiers you used, or for this example, I'm just going to type in ulcer because I had saved that to a few images. You select any of the images you want to compare. So for this example, I'll use 2 images, but you can use more than 2. You click add. And then you see this image, and you have a circular guide for the limbus. So what you're going to do is you're going to pinch to rotate and move the image until the limbus of the cornea lines up nicely with the circular guide. So you can see I'm just pinching, rotating until that image matches the limbus. Okay? And you can see there's that one blood vessel at about 6 o'clock. So it's pretty lined up. Then you can see at the bottom these thumbnails. What you're going to do is you're going to tap the second button. So here, let me just make sure this is lined up. And it switches to the other image. And then what you can do is you repeat the process. So you just line up that limbus with a circular guide, just like that. And if you can remember, that one blood vessel was at about 6 o'clock. So I'm just going to try to rotate it to about 6 o'clock, and it takes some time to get it lined up adequately, but that's about 6 o'clock. And then what you're going to do is you can tap the thumbnails to jump, so you can jump between the 2 images to see the difference. And you can see I'm going to rotate this a little bit because that 6 o'clock blood vessel is just a little off on this one. So I'm going to rotate the image here just so we have a more, let me see here. So I'm going to put it about here. And this image, I'm going to rotate it so it's about here. And maybe a little bit bigger. So it takes some time to get it just right. That's a little bit better. And then what you can do is you can switch between the 2 images, and you can use the slider here. So if you use the slider, what ends up happening is one image slowly fades into the other image. So what you can see is the evolution of the ulcer. So it's great if you're trying to convince someone that there's been a change, or if you're trying to show someone the difference between pre-op and post-op, or anything you want to show that's subtle that might be difficult to explain to a patient, you can show using this app. And it's just a little bit more convincing when you can kind of show a patient, hey, this is the change you've made. We're making progress, or we're not making progress and we need to switch it up. But again, you just line them up, and then you can use this slider. And for instance, with this image, you can really clearly see that this aspect of the ulcer is getting smaller over time. Thanks. I hope you find this useful, and please give me your feedback.